Want to stop juggling spreadsheets, calendars, and a dozen apps just to run your rentals? Lodgify makes it easy. It's an all-in-one toolkit for hosts. Build a direct booking website, automate guest messaging, and keep all your channels in sync. Running your rental business your way has never been simpler. And for Good Morning Hospitality listeners, you can get 20% off any yearly plan with code GMH20. Just check the link in the show notes to get started today.
Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels and short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
Good morning, and welcome to this special episode of Good Morning Hospitality. Today, we focus on the devastating fires that are tearing through California. The Palisades fire alone has burned over 23,000 acres with just 14% containment, destroying more than 5,300 structures and displacing over 92,000 residents. Tragically, at least 16 lives have been lost, and the impact on the region is totally overwhelming. But even in the midst of this devastation, there are stories that are giving us hope. Communities are rallying together, businesses are stepping up, and the hospitality industry is showing how it can lead at times of crisis. One of those businesses is the Myman Group, and today we're joined by one of his co-founders, Nir. His team is working tirelessly to provide shelter and support for those affected. At Good Morning Hospitality, we're not just here to share the facts, but we're here to highlight the ways the industry can make a difference. So let's dive in. All right. Nir, I want to kind of check in with you. How are you holding up with all this? Because I can't imagine the emotional weight that you guys are carrying right now. And as this is like really impacting your community. So thank you for taking the time. And I'm sorry that this is the circumstances that we're meeting again.
Absolutely, Will. Nice to see you. Thank you for allowing us to join this broadcast and share the story and reach out to the community. First and foremost, let everybody know that we're okay. I'm being contacted by hundreds of people via text messages, LinkedIn, emails, you name it. I'm blown away from the support and the love and the care that we're getting from so many people in the community. So first and foremost, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you for everyone for reaching out. I'm sorry I can't answer all the calls and all the messages, and we are okay.
Okay, good. Well, I was going to say, we were talking behind the scenes, and I was surprised that you texted me about this, recording and broadcast, because I was thinking about texting you, and I was like, man, I can't imagine all the chaos happening in LA that, maybe texting you would just actually be more of a hindrance, right? Like it just adds to that list of unopened messages or amount of messages that you guys are receiving. So I'm glad you guys are seeing the support and the response of the industry, but how's your team doing? I want to know, how are they handling with this crazy shift in operations? I know you guys have shifted your business structure a little bit from, short-term rentals to mid-term/long-term. So how's everyone doing? How are they handling boots on the ground? Kind of give us what the mood is where you guys are today.
When you're looking at what happened to our city, it's just a disaster, man. It's just such a horrific times. We have 4 major fires that we are currently countering. There's thousands of firefighters are, risking their life to try to save the city. You have tens of thousands of people that, are being evacuated from their properties and trying to find an accommodations or a place to go. And you have the most heartbreaking situation. You have, last number I heard is like 6,000 homes that got completely burned down to the ground. So those people lost everything they have. And it's not over. We're still in the midst of it. When is going to pick up tonight? When's it's going to pick up on Tuesday? So we're not even near to be done with this. And our team, I'm tearing. Our teams is unbelievable. Like I can tell you, we send so many thankful messages to each one, and they start sending and supporting each other. They start boosting each other up as we all taking on this disaster. We get hundreds of phone calls a day from all type of different reasons. Our guests are concerned. Our owners are concerned. Future booking that booked with us are concerned. hundreds of real estate agents and people that are trying to find accommodations. And our teams are on the phone, on the ground, on the field, dealing with the smoke, dealing with the traffic, dealing with all this emotional stress, right? They got to take care of their own families. They got to take care of their own needs, and they choose to be here, working, staying in LA, staying on the field, and supporting those people. I'm telling you, I don't know how much gratitude and how much thankful I more can be for our teams, for our partners, for everybody that as a part of the Maimo Group that right now is dealing with this situation. They're doing an unbelievable job. And I can share a lot of amazing stories, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but they're doing an unbelievable job every single day, every single moment. Some of them staying up for 16-hour shifts, 18-hour shifts, working every day just to try to support those people.
Well, and I also know you also have some personal properties and your family there. And so like, how are you and your family? I know Tal, your brother, wasn't able to join us today just due to the amount of craziness happening behind the scenes. So how are your families doing? And I know it's hard to lead a team when you have your own family and then they have their families, and it can be so hard. So doing the right thing is always really hard. But the reason why I kind of wanted to sit down with you is because I think it's hard to find, especially when people think about business owners, they think, okay, that's about money. It's all about greed. It's about them. But when, tragedy strikes, we truly do see our industry specifically, but many business owners and many communities really step up to the plate and do the hard thing, which is staying in an environment that frankly no one wants to be in. So how are you guys doing with all of that?
So Tal is by far one of the main reasons why the Maimo Group is so successful. And his leadership style is just amazing. The guy is lead by example. He will be in the trenches, in the homes. If we need to go and clean a house, he will go clean a house. If we need to go and drive and check in a customer, he will go and check in the customer. He's on all the messages, all the group. He's in the office. He's in the houses. There's no way I could do what I do without my brother. My brother and I are building an amazing team that use that type of leadership as an example. So you can see how his commitment to our guests and his commitment to operate in the luxury space and his commitment to our partners is now resonated into all of our employees. So it started with me and my brother and my mom that is also working in the business, and my wife that is also working in the business, and my mom Ilana and my wife Alina. We're all in the business. Even my brother Barak is in the business. He's a real estate. Mm-hmm. And yesterday I had a call with my brother Barak about thanking him for, he had to do like 15 showing yesterday just for potential new clients. That's just one of all of our real estate agents. And he's also working around the clock to support it. In terms of my personal family, it's not easy. You're worried about your kids' health because of all the smokes, and you're worried about your kids' safety. We had to pack my house yesterday. That was an interesting experience where you have to go through your items and choose what items you are willing to lose and what items you must take away, and you just have X amount of space to take stuff. And it's very emotional. It's very heavy, and we're in it. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Well, our thoughts and prayers are out to you guys, because I can't imagine what that experience is like for days on end, and who knows how much longer. So I'm glad that we're doing this, because I also want to talk in the sense of your guys' response and the way you're shifting and how others in the industry can also follow suit. I know there's empty homes that you guys are trying to furnish to get people in. I know you guys have shifted the way you allow your inventory to be used from nightly rates to now longer term stays, 24/7 staffing. So kind of walk us through kind of your guys' strategic shift as you're responding to many new changing information, right? The fires are still burning. They're growing at rapid rates. If wind picks up, that changes things. It's constantly evolving over time. So kind of just walk us through your guys' strategy and the kind of overall, before we close out, I would love to know what you think the overall time of recovery for the community, for the city, and for a lot of the people involved, right? The humans that make those communities and those that city so special. I would love to know what you guys see in the terms of recovery and how it's going to look over the next 3 to 5 years.
So we currently holding the most amount of exclusive inventory in the non-effective areas, all Hollywood Hills, Venice, Santa Monica, Encino, Tarzana, the Valley. We have over 100 exclusive property, fully furnished, fully turnkey, ready to accommodate guests. So that's already very rare because there's a lot of properties for long-term leases, but they don't have any furnitures. Yeah. Those people right now lost everything. They need a bed. They need kitchenware. They cannot just walk into an empty house and try to figure out things. So the first response that we're dealing with is like trying to get as many of those people a bed, a place to rest, a hug. I'm hearing stories about people checking into houses and start tearing. And our employees are out there hugging them and supporting them. So our team is at the front line of that, trying to utilize our properties immediately for any one of those guests. We have also a lot of guests that call to try to cancel, and we're trying to accommodate them and work with them through either pushing their travel for different dates or either putting the house back in the market and try to get somebody else to take that reservation to help them with don't have to come in or don't lose their booking completely. And as I said, we switched to a long-term business model. Maimon Group is also a full real estate company, so we are a full brokerage. And we have real estate agents that are now able to do showing and able to sign long-term leases. So we put a lot of our properties for long-term leases for 2 months, for 3 months, for 1 year, for 6 months. We, through our LPMS platform and through our network, working with over 300 real estate agents and travel advisor. So all of them have access to our homes. They can see live the availability and the rates. And we send emails and posts about reaching out, and we're getting a lot of phone calls and a lot of our demands for long-term booking. So we hire an additional staff. We brought in another property manager, another operation managers, people to do showing, people to do inspections. I want to thanks to Better Talent that is out there working us to staff right away and support it. We changed our phone system. We had to make changes in our phone system to be able to address the high level of phone. We have Philippine teams and 24 hours call centers that is able to take calls. We want to thank to SandSquare that is out there on the phones with night at 10 o'clock at night, sending text message to Nick and Roy, and they're setting us our phone to be able to work 24/7. And we also reach out to a lot of houses for on the market for lease. And we've been contacting with a lot of owners that have empty properties, and they're asking our helps to get their homes ready for this high demand of long-term leases. So we have our property management team going out and creating more inventories on every day. Yesterday, we finished 4 homes complete onboarding. Those are homes that were not a part of our exclusive. We went to them. Our maintenance guys inspected them. Our property management team fully on board those homes A to Z because we have the inventory, and we got them ready for guests to come in. So it's been a journey. Well, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
I wanted to kind of jump in there really quick and just kind of give even another brief shout out too, because Jeff, the founder and CEO at Host GPO, has told me that they're also furnishing empty homes and doing as much as they can to get unfurnished rentals stocked for displaced or people that were impacted, or maybe even just actually like physically lost their home. I know Jeff has been posting all over Instagram around the amount of people he knows personally who have lost their house and have lost a lot of their livelihood due to the fact of these fires. And so it seems like the industry is really coming together. And that's why I love what we do. It's because we have so many people that just step up, and it just is so inspiring. And so I want to kind of like get your opinion. Where's the recovery in this? Like, where do you see the city and the community shifting after everything's, after the dust has settled, after the ash has fallen, after the skies have cleared a little bit? Where do you guys rebuild? Because I think it's so powerful. And we were talking before recording, that image in the thumbnail and the house that the owner of yours that was checking, it's like, hey, how's my house doing? Is my house still there? Is my house still there? That one house standing. And for any listener who's listening to the episode, go to the video version and watch this clip on the screen right now, as we're going to have a picture of a home that's a Myman Group home. And it's the only one standing after the complete neighborhood had burnt down around it. And it's such a powerful image because it does, I think, show a glimpse of hope. And I want to know where you guys find your guys' glimpse of hope in the recovery of the community and the city that you guys love and know and provide hospitality in.
Yeah, well, thank you for bringing up that picture. This picture is truly a hope story. And, we lost a lot of properties. We have few properties that burned down to the ground completely, and it's not over. Like I'm sending people to some of my own properties and some of other properties that we manage right now to hose them down, to clean all the bushes and all the leaves, to put all the furnitures inside. Our teams, we have a whole fire prevention team that goes around our properties, including my personal properties, that using this slow couple days that we're having today and maybe tomorrow before the wind picks up again, to try to create as many properties safe, because we're not over. This is not done, and it's hard to say where we're going to be and how this is going to be affect. We're taking one day at a time. That's pretty much all we can do. But that story of the house in Malibu that is the only one standing, it's amazing to see that house survive. We had guests sending us messages, seeing that house on the news and saying, oh my God, I stayed in this house. We had such a good experience in this house. I'm so happy that house survived. That owners haven't slept for 3 days, texting us every day. Have you seen it? Do you know anything about this house? And then we saw it on the news, and it's the only one house survived. So I think that house showed how strong and hopeful we can be. We're going to rebuild. We're going to grow again. This is the most beautiful cities in the world. It's unbelievable city. And we're just going to come in stronger, just like my background here saying LA strong. We're going to be strong and we're going to make it happen. And again, we're thankful for everyone that is going to help us share the love and help us, dealing with this situation. We're in it. We're not going to go anywhere. We're staying right here, and we're going to make the best out of this.
100%. And I know you guys have had a pretty clear message in the beginning to owners, to the industry that is managing owners, or maybe individual hosts who have properties in LA or in California that have seemed to potentially want to take an opportunity to price gouge or to take advantage of a specific situation. And I know it's kind of a more scarcity mindset, right? They're doing it out of fear, not out of greed for the most part. There's definitely going to be someone doing it out of greed, but I would say it's more of a fear response. So what's your guys' response and message to those who want to 3x, 4x, 10x pricing just for the sake of the fact that they think they can?
Yeah, so price gouging is definitely something that we learned recently when we start seeing what other people are seeing and we start looking. So a lot of properties trying to double and triple the normal ongoing rate during this time. And we just put our foot down and said, no. Owners calls us and say, hey, a house that normally will take 30, 40,000. Can I get 100,000? I'm like, no, absolutely not. And later we discovered that there's a term called gouging. And later we discover also that insurance companies will ban those properties and those properties owners that are trying to take advantage of those victims. So we said no, and we are trying to maneuver our rate in the best possible way to deal with this massive amount of demand. We're bringing more homes to be able to address and helping more customers. But we're definitely saying no to everyone that want to double and triple their prices. Many of our homes' long-term prices have not changed. And we're trying to keep prices as low as possible so we can take in those people and, provide them a home and provide them accommodation. The way we're going to try to be successful is just by, bringing in more houses and having more nights, working with our partners in other states. We're working with partners in San Diego. We're working with partners in Santa Barbara. We're working with partners in Orange County. And we're just doubling and tripling the amount of nights that we're able to offer. And we're hoping that our business will be able to sustain itself by shifting from a lot of short-term rental to long-term rentals by just helping more customers. So anyone that needs a house in LA, anyone that needs accommodation, not just outside our exclusive, we have massive partnership. We have LPMS. We have a team that work with insurance. We have a team that work with every agencies. Rebecca Labardo and our marketing teams are doing an amazing job out there sharing the message. And we're hoping that by keeping prices down and by helping people, we'll be able to come on top of it and just by being there for our community.
Yeah. Well, Nir, I want to say thank you again for sitting down with me to share what's happening, to share how you guys are responding, the emotional stress and weight of this event and tragedy. I can't imagine. So I know from Good Morning Hospitality, from the Hospitality FM team, we give our thoughts and prayers to you guys. And for everyone that's listening, I know, Nir, that you guys have some call to actions that are available for those who want to help, for those who want to commit some support or donate. So we'd love for you to give a quick shout out for sources that people can go. We'll try to also link other sources that we found through social media, through Host GPO, through many other groups that are putting together as much as they can for those who have been impacted by this event. So we'd love for you to get that quick spotlight for plugging the resources that you guys are providing.
Yeah, thank you, Will. So yeah, as you said correctly, first and foremost, Mimo Group created a GoFundMe account. We'll provide financial match for any dollars that were donated, up to $10,000. This money will go straight to those victims, people that lost their homes, people that have to be relocated. We will donate that money to the Red Cross that is currently on the ground, in the shelters, in the fields, helping everyone, helping firefighters, helping people that lost their homes, people that are in the shelters right now and trying to survive. So we create a GoFundMe that I'm sure we'll link down the description, and people can find and people can donate, and then the Mimo Group will match up to $10,000. And anyone that want to help, anyone that have, I know some people has coffee, some people has different product. Let us know. We're
unfurnished rentals that you guys could furnish, maybe.
Yeah, furnitures and anything that somebody needs our help, or people with, as you said, people with properties that just sitting there and need to be furnished and can go out on the markets, and we can rent them for that. Let us know. Real estate agents, all of that. Anybody that can think about how to help, reach out to me directly on LinkedIn. You can reach me out at nir@themimogroup.com, which is my emails. We'll share my information, and we're out there trying to help as much as we can.
100%. So thank you, Nir, for sitting down with me. Again, our thoughts are with you. Keep us updated. For listeners, we want you to also stay informed, as the information that we record today may or may not change as we work on producing this episode. We are recording on January 11th, and so that way the updated information and links and sources will be in the show notes for you to stay up to date. Check in with your local news, and of course, stay safe.
Thank you, Will. God bless, and God bless the beautiful city of LA.
Today, we've covered the heartbreaking reality of these fires, yet we've also seen the incredible acts of compassion and resilience. Leaders like Nir and his team at the Mimo Group show us what hospitality is truly about, is showing up for people when it really matters most. To those directly impacted by the fires, you are not alone. Your neighbors, local businesses, and communities far beyond California are standing with you. And for those stepping up, whether it's opening your doors, offering resources, or simply showing your support, thank you for being a beacon of hope in such a challenging time. As we close, let this be a reminder that our industry is more than just travel and lodging. It's about people, connections, and making a difference when it counts. We'll continue to share stories like this because doing the right thing is never easy in times of crisis. So until then, stay safe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Want to stop juggling spreadsheets, calendars, and a dozen apps just to run your rentals? Lodgify makes it easy. It's an all-in-one toolkit for hosts. Build a direct booking website, automate guest messaging, and keep all your channels in sync. Running your rental business your way has never been simpler. And for Good Morning Hospitality listeners, you can get 20% off any yearly plan with code GMH20. Just check the link in the show notes to get started today.